back again. It is the Country Rap Report. Gotta say, get well soon to my guy Spank. You will be back ASAP, but the show must go on. All right, now you know we like to give you guys some of those exclusive interviews with some of your favorite country rap artists. And today is no different than any other day. All right, before we get into it, I gotta say, one time for all our first and last time viewers or listeners. All right, make sure you visit countryrapreport.com for all your Country Rap Report needs, whether you want to check out the podcast via the stream, whether you want to check out the videos, the 24-hour internet radio station, whether you want to check out our Spotify playlist, whatever you want to check out, Country Rap Report is there. Now, if you're an artist out there, you want to submit your video to be reviewed, you can always hit us up, get in our inbox on Instagram or Facebook, and be sure to follow us on TikTok at Country Rap Report. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get into it now. The first thing I'm going to say is I'm probably going to apologize to this artist. I'm probably going to mess his name up. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Country Rap Report platform, Mr. Lord Lhus.
Lord Lhus, you got it.
Lord Lhus. Now, the crazy thing is about your name, is it L-L-U-S?
L-H-U-S. There's a story about my name. It's pretty funny as well.
All right, look, then let's start right there with the story about your funny name.
All right, well, back in the day, man, one of my best friends, he was an enlightener. You know, he had been to prison a lot, and he was part of this 5% Nation of Islam, God Body Nation of Islam. And you got the supreme alphabet, and each letter stands for something. Like L is love, hella right. H is him or her. U is universal, and S is self/savior. So Lhus came from a God Body enlightener. They gave me that name, and it stands for love, hella right, his universal self-savior. Meaning, for what I love, I'll go through hell to make sure it's right.
Okay. Now, with that being said, are you a follower of the Nation of Islam?
No. I used to dabble.
Okay.
Wu-Tang, you know, everybody got into Wu-Tang back in the day.
Oh, well, speaking of Wu-Tang, and I hit you and asked, like, I seen the picture of you in Method Man. Can we expect you in Power?
Nah, I don't think so. But nah, that'd be nice. That picture was taken in Switzerland after a show, 2014, I believe.
Okay. All right.
I used to do a lot of shows with them over there in Europe.
All right, now you done took us all the way back to 2014. So look, let's definitely get into it. Let the world and the viewing audience know. Let's talk a little bit about your brief history. Like, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay. All right. Now, what got you into hip hop?
Originally, I guess Dr. Dre, NWA, Snoop, the old West Coast stuff, Rakim, Mobb Deep, you know. The old, early 90s stuff is what really got me into it.
All right, well, all right. Now, getting into hip hop is one thing. I've always been into hip hop, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't never, ever had the capability to rap, to attempt to rap, to want to rap. Well, I wanted to rap, but I just couldn't put those words together. When did you realize that you had a talent that could assemble words together in a poetic fashion to make people bob their head? How about that?
I'd say like 1999.
Okay.
Around there, middle school.
So in middle school, you're this kid who wants to rap. Like, what was the process for you as far as, did you jump in a cypher? Did you start writing stuff down? Like, what was that process for you?
Nah, we would all, me and a group of friends, would freestyle during lunch and recess or whatever. And a friend of mine, he's the guy who actually makes my beats now, Eternal Beats. He bought some studio equipment long time ago, and ever since then we just started making music. We had a group called the Psychotics back in the day. Me, Eternal Beats, and this other guy named Unknown, all from Columbia. But yeah.
All right, now how does a white rapper in Columbia, South Carolina, go about getting his music heard, getting discovered, and actually ending up on the East Coast?
I don't know. At first, we would do any show, you know. I even got a video where I went to a church and did a talent show. So I was just trying to get shows and concerts anywhere, you know. And yeah. That's basically how it was. But all the shows I did over here weren't so big until these guys from Germany approached me, the Snow Goons, and they brought me to Europe in 2009, and that's when the concerts started getting real crazy.
Okay,
but I'm no longer a part of their crew.
Okay, the Snow Goons. Let's talk a little bit about that, because Snow Goons, like I've heard that name a lot with Vinny Paz. Was it Army of Pharaohs? I think Necro was part of that movement. That was like a very, very big movement, especially during the early era of the internet. Like, what was your affiliation? What was the shows like with them, and what started it and what ended it?
Well, when you mentioned Necro, I did a few shows with him with my old group Bloodline. We were doing real crazy horrorcore stuff, and all the shows I did with him were in the United States and Canada. But that was before, so I forgot to even mention that. But when I got to Europe, it was the Snow Goons. They're producers, and they make beats for all these people. Basically, they pay big artists to get their names some clout, and then they use smaller artists like myself and just screw them. That's what they do. That's like their forte. That's what they did to me. So, but I went to Europe and was doing a tour with them, and I ended up just staying. I didn't want to come back, so I stayed there for 10 years. Just did a bunch of shows, got married twice, nomad shit. It was crazy.
In Europe?
I'd do it again. I would do it again, really, but.
So what's the music scene like in Europe, especially when it comes to South Carolina, well, European?
When I first went over there, it was like the golden years for hip hop over there. It was great. I'm talking every show was packed as many people as you can get in. But slowly it got kind of less and less, and that new age trap music kind of took over, the electronic music. But I'm going back over there, so hopefully it's picking back up. But I know it was going down when I left.
Okay.
But I had also not released nothing for a while.
Okay, you mentioned getting married twice?
Yeah.
What will all right, first of all, why twice?
Well, the first time was just for paper, so I could stay over there. And it didn't work out. Me and her are actually still friends. So big up to her, Zoe, if you see this. And once we got divorced, I had to get married again. But the second time we tried to be real, but the woman was crazy. So I came back home. I'm just going to end it on that one. I don't want to say too much. We're still pending court cases. I'm actually still married with her.
Oh yeah, because I noticed on Facebook you put your papers online.
Yeah.
So is this whole thing playing out via social media, that just you doing what you do?
Nah, I just got the papers in the mail, and it's in Czech language. Nobody understands that, so I just posted. I took out the addresses and stuff. So I was just proud. I'm ready to be divorced.
Is she? Where is she at?
Czech Republic.
Okay, so has she ever been to South Carolina?
No.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay. Do you still talk to her?
Nah. She's crazy, man.
All right. So look, let's talk about. All right, you mentioned Snow Goons, and you mentioned they were producers who basically worked with big artists with clout, then kind of recycled and done things with smaller artists. So it's probably like I like to call a music Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, pyramid scheme. Exactly.
Yeah. Like
everybody rides everybody's dick.
Yeah.
Until it gets down, and if you're blackballed like me and you don't bow down to these people, then all these little soldiers that, blow these bigger artists, they all don't fuck with you. So when the Snow Goons put out that they weren't messing with me no more, and I had been jumped by all these bigger rappers, the producers, rappers, people I thought were my friends, everybody turned on me. And I was in Europe. So
you actually physically got assaulted?
Oh yeah, well that happened in Toronto, yeah.
All right, what happened, if you don't mind discussing it?
All right, man, it's so dumb. I was in Europe. I fucked this girl. Ended up Just Allah liked her or something. Like they had some internet thing. I don't know if you know who Just Allah is. Mm-hmm. He's the other member of Jedi. And he was hitting me up online with all this crazy shit, like just being stupid over a girl, that wasn't his anyway. Just a girl he liked. So anyway, I hit up Vinny Paz on a message. I said, hey, man, can you get your boy or something like that? Maybe it was a little rude. But he wrote back and he was like, yeah, when I see you, it's on site, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, man, this is one of my favorite rappers. I grew up listening to these guys. I don't want problems with these dudes. So they had a show in Toronto. I knew the promoter. So I got in. I told the promoter after the show, I said, yo, tell him I'm here, man. I ain't trying to start no trouble. He comes back. He's like, yeah, man, they're downstairs rolling up a blunt. They want you to come on down, man. Everything's cool, man. Come on. So I go, just like that. I get downstairs. As soon as I get there, Ill Bill's like, everybody out. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody out. They all surround me, like put me in the corner. They're like, oh, you real tough guy, blah, 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 blah. And it ends up, I get swung on by Paz. I swing on him, and then the lights go out, and they all jump me, man. And then after that, they assassinate my character online, saying I got bitch slapped or was whatever they said, lies. And just ever since then, I've been trying to build up my career because that really was a speed bump. But that's the story about that. It was all over a fucking groupie in Europe.
So did you ever, like, after this situation happened, did you try to, like, reconcile with the guys or?
No, when that happened, I went crazy. I went online trying to get on one-on-one fair fight with all of them.
No one.
I aired it all out. No, they don't want to battle nothing. They don't want to battle with hands or lyrics. But anyway, man, I'm older now. I'm not trying to be the guy that's always in beef. But the fact is fuck them dudes, like right, now, when it comes to my opinion.
Now, this is something I want to discuss.
Let me get some light in here. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No worries. And this is something every time I talk to artists that have situations where they felt like they were taken advantage of, I always want to use it as an educational moment for other artists. And we mentioned the, as I call it, the hip hop pyramid scheme. How can an artist, a new artist, be mindful or careful of falling into situations where they might get taken advantage of from things like hip hop pyramid schemes?
Easy. Go to BMI or ASCAP.com and start publishing your music. Publish everything you release. Make sure it's published because then you own it, and even if you do collaborations, you own percentage of it and nobody can take that away. I had to learn that the hard way.
Okay. And that was through your situation with the Snow Goons?
Yeah, just I released a lot of music just out of the love of hip hop. I was that guy. It's stupid. Don't do that. Okay. No matter how much you love music, don't release or work with people out the love of music. But I was that guy. I released literally hundreds of songs and just got screwed. I've seen other people making money off of my music. A lot, different people, and I couldn't take it. It pissed me off. So I didn't even know anything about publishing. So I started reading in on it and seeing it's like, and that's how you do it. When I was uploading songs, I didn't even pay for the pro publishing, they call it. It's just up there. But yeah, that's basically it. Just the publishing. That's the main thing you got to know about.
Okay. Now, so you basically dabbled in the horrorcore, which I don't even know. Does horrorcore still exist?
Yeah, I still do it too. Like a lot of my fans, they want me to do it. So if I do a collab with somebody who pays me or something, they usually ask for that. Okay.
You've done what was, I don't even know what the Snow Goons, the whole Benny Pass, that was kind of like Conscience, kind of like, what would you call that style?
Like fake gangster underground rap.
Backpack rap.
Yeah. Well, they're good MCs. They're talented, like Benny Paz, Army of the Pharaohs, they're all good, but I just don't believe them. I don't believe them. Okay. But now, I call it underground rap, underground hip hop.
Okay. Now, those different phases of your life. And now you're back making music and you have kind of fell into the country rap lane or patriotic rap lane. Let's talk about that transformation. Like, how did that come about?
Yeah, that's easy. I'm Southern anyway. I've always been proud of it. Mm-hmm. I've always liked country, and I've always liked Southern rap, like Outkast, UGK, stuff like that. And Upchurch, Adam Calhoun, them dudes really got me liking the country rap, even though I was kind of dabbling in it before. Like when I heard that, I'm like, all right, so there is talented MCs in this country rap genre. And I feel like more comfortable in that anyway, you know, because I'm not from New York, you know, I'm not I live in the country, you know what I mean? I can relate to all that. And it just seems more real to me. Plus, I don't want to be affiliated with these fake underground rappers anymore, man. Because I'm going to tell you right now, these underground rappers, they're 95% are the fakest people you ever meet. They'll stab you in the back for just an opportunity of a chance of an opportunity. You know, like, shit is crazy. Hey, can you see me? It seems dark on there.
No, I see it's actually kind of fly. Like, yeah, you're in the dark, but no, I see you very good.
All right, good.
And it's funny that you mention that because me, a guy who's always dabbled in independent music, I love independent music, right? But when I started to rock with country rap, what I liked most about it was the realness. It didn't have all that bravado in it. It was okay for someone to talk about their mental health issues, or it was okay for someone to talk about just anything that was relatable, as opposed to I drive this big car, or I got this big chain, or I shoot these guys, or I drink this one. So that's something I gravitated to, especially as I've gotten older. What was your first song that you can recall recording that would be considered country rap?
Hey.
So A was, dang, that's funny because I reposted that when I heard it. That was the first one you recorded. What brought that about?
Well, it was just, you see the video, that's how I was living. That was the house I was living at. I was taking care of them donkeys and goats and dogs in the video. You know, that's how I was living in that video, 100%. The hay, me and my friend that I live with made up that song on the way to get hay because the animals needed hay. That's how that song came up.
No.
100%. Me and my brother Trevor, man, we was going to get some hay. We smoking. I'm listening to beats, and it just came up. We were going to get hay. I think he even started saying it like, "Hey, get some hay." And I took it from there, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is dope." And I had basically freestyled the hook on the way to get hay, and I recorded it on my phone or whatever just to keep it in my ear. And I did the hook, and then I wrote the song from there.
All right, now what do you feel like has been the reception of people who are in the country rap genre when it comes to number one, the fans, number two, your original fan base, and number three, other artists in the genre?
About me, about my songs?
Your music, yes.
When it comes to the artist, I don't know. Not many, connect with me or hit me up. I've hit up a few trying to work, but I don't really stress it, neither do they, so nothing really happened. A lot of my fans don't like it. A lot of them do. I've made a lot of new fans with this type of music, but I wouldn't consider myself a country rapper. I'm just an artist.
Right.
And I like country rap, so every now and then I'll push one of them out. Like this next song I'm about to release, I wouldn't call it country rap. I'd call it like Dirty South rap.
Okay. And you know what? You know the funny thing? A lot of artists who have fallen in the country rap genre, they don't necessarily like that term country rap. And I mean, most of the people, if I ask them to define country rap, they don't even have a true definition because I think they think country rap, they think they're not going to be respected by the MCs or their peers or whatever the case may be, or they think it's going to be some dong, 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 dong.
I like that.
You can use it. Sample that. But to me, my definition of a country rap artist is a artist, number one, who's from the country aspects of wherever they live, because I think no matter what, every area has a country part. And if you're rapping about the truths of your life, and I think, and it definitely has a Southern roots, even though there are artists who are in the genre who's not from the South, like Alabama. But if you're rapping your truths and you're from the country aspects or area of your residency, then you fall in that genre. And I also feel like that, for lack of better terms, a lot of non-African American artists have been through into that genre because those are the fans that are really supporting.
And that's another reason I like doing it, because I'm a white guy and I don't want to try to be somebody I'm not anyway.
Okay. Now
That's another reason I like it.
Your area just got really, really dark. Like someone might have blew out that one candle you had lit.
Oh, here we. Let me turn on light. 1 second. Excuse me.
No worries.
How's that?
Better. All right, now, and look, it's funny that you say that because I also think that is the dopest part about the emergence of the genre. I've been involved in hip hop for years, breaking independent music, DJing, doing radio. And I've always said, unfortunately, a lot of white rappers have talent, gallons and gallons of talent, but I've always felt like they're rapping for the wrong people. I've always felt like, you got these artists and they come in with their entourage, 15 black guys and only white guy. And then they're rapping about the stuff the black guy does. And sometimes I feel like the black guys might roll with them because they can get them in the club. But deep down inside, they probably don't even respect the skill. And to me, I always said, man, find the people that can relate to your story and rap to them. And I think now, especially with the pandemic, like the numbers, the streams, the shows, I think that shows now that people are like, look, man, I gravitate to you. You're talking about what I'm talking about. I don't know nothing about foreign cars, but I know about a pickup truck. I don't know nothing about this perfect 10 woman, but I know about this woman with the Daisy Dukes with the cellulite. Like, that's what made me even gravitate to it. And I don't necessarily think it's a white guy thing because I just think it's a real thing. And that's what I appreciate about the genre. Now, when you release A, and I actually thought that record had hit record potential, but unfortunately in the genre, there's no country rap. How fun was that, or how refreshing was that for you for the things you've done otherwise? Man,
that was the funnest video ever. Not only because of what it is, just because I had took a 2-year hiatus. I was probably at my most lowest and depressed, a few months before that. And I was never going to make music again.
Why?
Just I was tired of it, man. It's like I put so much effort, money, just my whole life into it. And I make a little bit, but it's just like I'm blackballed. There's no doubt about it. Like, so it's just harder. It got to the point where it made me more depressed than happy. I was more irritated that I had to go do a concert than excited. Just because, it just wasn't working out how I wanted, like I was expecting more for how much I put in. But that's a problem too. You can't go into it expecting anything. That's why now I don't expect anything and I'm having fun. I think I'm doing the best music of my career now because of that.
Now you mentioned blackballed. Do you think you're blackballed from that Snow Goon situation or
yeah,
or there's other situations?
Vinny Paz, Necro, I joke around and I say some like racist jokes that people would say, but I don't even think so. But Necro, for instance, he's a Jewish guy. I watch South Park a lot, okay? And you know how Carmen's like, quit Jewing me, Kyle. I said that to him one time because I wanted a picture that we had taken together and he wouldn't give it to me. So I was like, quit Jewing me on a picture. And now that in hindsight, I can see how that is offensive. But that is the start of where, the whole rumor of me being racist and all this shit and the blackball started. That. And then, it's like getting dropped from the Snow Goons because I got jumped. Me airing it out. Maybe if I had kept my mouth shut, I wouldn't have been so blackballed. But I aired it out after it happened, because it's fucked up. You don't jump people. That's some pussy shit, in my opinion. But all this happens for a reason. It's a blessing in disguise. So now when I do make it, like I ain't got to say I wrote anybody's coattails. I don't know nobody's shit because everybody's forgotten about me. I don't hear from anybody. I just sit here and make my music and it's getting better and better. So
you feel 10 years later, you think that still affects your career to this day?
Oh yeah. When it comes to getting shows, especially in Europe. Because listen, okay, you got Jedi Mind Tricks, Necro, people that don't like me. They fuck with a certain promoter, producers over in like Europe and Canada. These are the same producers and promoters that would promote me a show. And if they get me a show, even if they like me personally, if they start working with me, then they're going to lose the bigger connection. So of course they're not. And that's what I'm talking about with the blackball, because that happens to be a lot. People that just won't fuck with me because they don't want to lose a contact with Snow Goons or Paz or Necro or whatever. And I don't mind saying these people's names because it's real. But that's how it is. That's how it is for me. And it's not like, I don't think it's the same in the country rap genre. I don't think it would be the same. But over in Europe, it definitely affects my career.
Now, I think in the country rap genre, because I've interviewed artists that feel like they're blackballed too in the country rap genre. And I think when it comes to music, that happens, you know, especially when there's some form of fallout. But I also think in the country rap genre, because the genre is kind of new, it's still easier to get fans who might not even know about any of the situations that a lot of artists are referring to when it comes to being blackballed. Now, you mentioned Necro and people perceiving you to be racist.
Yeah.
And actually, as I have looked on your social media from time to time, I've actually seen people call you racist. Do you?
Oh,
I mean, why do you feel like this occurs?
Probably because of my Southern pride, you know, the rebel flag, the Jewish remark. That's a big thing, you know, like I said that one thing back in 2005 or something, and that's lingered with me forever. Like, but you know, just because I don't give a fuck, you know, like I'm not racist, but I'm not gonna censor myself. If I want to say a funny joke or something, you know, I'm not gonna censor myself. Like if it offends you, sorry, I guess, but not really.
Okay.
You know.
You had a record 1776 that we actually reviewed.
We Are America.
Huh?
We Are America. That's
yes.
right. Yeah.
And in that record, I actually questioned that record. And I said, if I ever talk to Lord Lhus, I'm going to ask him this question. Okay? Because I see a lot of artists that are about patriotism, and they mention 1776.
Mm-hmm.
And my question for every artist, and not just you, any artist who makes those songs, because I have an African-American friend who has a song called 1776, which is about patriotism. My question to you is, and I asked this on the episode, in 1776, you know what the plight of the African-American was, right?
Yeah, I mean, freed Africans owned slaves also in the United States.
Yeah, it's not about slavery. It's not about slavery.
Well, yeah, that's I don't even think about that when I think about 1776. But since you mentioned it,
my thing, and I asked, a lot of times we live in a world of people who everything is about perception. Like there are people who get upset when they see the rebel flag.
Yeah, for sure.
But
that's another reason I do it so loud.
To upset people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I watch majority of African Americans get upset about the rebel flag. And I guess they forget that there have been Southern artists who had the rebel flag, like Lil Jon, like Pastor Troy, like there are a lot of David Banner. There are a lot of African American artists who had rebel flags.
It was the Georgia flag for a long time.
Yeah. So my thing is, when it comes to being called a racist, especially when it comes to social media, like what's your response to those people? And race, and where would you like to see race relationships?
I don't have any response because I used to try to explain myself, but I don't care anymore because I'm not racist. You know, I don't. When it comes to social, what was the second question?
Basically,
race relations.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it should be like every relations. I mean, I really don't. If when I meet somebody, their color or their skin is not going, you know, I don't think about that. I think about their character, how they act, how they, you know, do they have respect for themselves? You know, just color is not something I think about when I meet somebody, and it's not defining who I'm hanging out with or anything like that.
Right. And I'm gonna be honest, when I watched the video, I like to antagonize. Sometimes I think some artists do things just for, you know, like I just think some artists do things. So when I say, hey, what would you like to see black people in 1776? To me, it's about education. And people understanding that if you're a man and I'm a man, chances are our goals are pretty much the same. You know, if we got a wife, we got a kid, get them to a place that's better than us. So when I see your post, I don't even think you're racist. I just think you're a person speaking your truth from the South. Like I haven't heard anything to make me like, oh fuck. I can't listen to this guy. I've never heard that. And I've listened to I think you're very lyrical and dope. And I actually, when I see people speak on you, I'm like, man, this is messed up because and just looking at sometimes how people respond to you in your comments. A lot of times when people say they're blackballed, I think that person is just saying that and it's an excuse for not working hard. When I look at you, your body of work, when I go to all the streaming platforms, I see all the music you release, that doesn't fit you. And that's when I say, okay, it's definitely something that's making people not listen, but not like this guy.
Well, I think people would listen if I could, I don't ask for help. But, in this music genre, you kind of need it. Like the artists work together, bigger artists help out. And, if people heard my music, I think, it'll work out. A lot of people would like it. It's just getting it out there. The best thing I can do is throw some Google ads up for my video, I do everything by myself. I don't have anybody helping me push music, nothing. It's come to the point now I don't even try. I just release it on my YouTube page, throw up a Google ad, and if it does good, it does good. Like A got over 50,000. It's cool with me. It'd be nice to have 1 million, but 50,000 is fine.
I mean, for your first foray in the genre, I think there's a lot of artists who didn't get 50,000 on their first video in the genre.
Well, there's people with 1,000 views that have the best song of the year, in my opinion.
No doubt. No doubt. You mentioned Upchurch, you mentioned Adam. Like, are there other artists in the genre of country rap that you respect or that you've seen on the come up like you that you would like to work with?
I'd have to think about it. I listen to a lot of Church and Adam Calhoun, but country rap, let me see. I mean, there's a lot of people that I like and respect, but I wouldn't bump their music, And I don't mean any disrespect by that, but I don't even want to mention it. But
yeah, don't mention the name.
Yeah, I ain't, because I don't want to be that guy. But, I think country rap is not as lyrical. Like, I don't know. I feel like I could bring another aspect to it, like a little more rugged, raw hip hop skill with that sound, But also the simplicity of some of these songs is what makes them good too, also. But that's one thing about country. I don't hear a lot of good lyricism in it. Yeah. But Upchurch, he's dope. Adam Calhoun, he's dope lyricist.
Right. And for you, where would you like to see your career, like, in the next 5 years?
I just want to buy a house, man. Something like that.
Off your music?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the recording process like for you?
I'll get the beat. I got one producer, Eternal Beats. I kind of only fuck with him. It's kind of exclusive thing we got going. He'll send me beats. I'll hear one, and I'll start writing to it. I'll record it on my voice notes, send it to him. He'll critique it, perfect it, go to the studio, and I usually can lay down a song in an hour, less than an hour. And it's pretty simple. I'm pretty cut and dry, man. Like, get the beat, vibe, write to it, schedule the studio time, go lay it down, mix a master, video release.
Okay. Now, look, man, I know and I see that you are a connoisseur of that greenery.
Oh, yeah.
And I noticed that you have this week's pick. Let's talk about, I want to ask you about that blackjack. How can someone get that blackjack?
You got to come to Ohio and fuck a girl that has the marijuana card. Now, you can come here and you can get the card yourself, but then you can't have a gun. So
you can have a what?
Yeah, it's weird here in Ohio. You get the weed card, but then you can't conceal carry a gun. So it's like, you know, I'm just gonna wait till it's fully legal.
Okay.
But no, I got a few friends. I got a few friends over here. You know, I don't mean to be rude, but I got a few friends over here that have the cards and they help me out.
Okay. So you're in Ohio now?
Yeah. Zanesville.
Right, so when was the last time you visited South Carolina?
Well, I just moved here like 2 months ago. So, but I was living in North Carolina in the mountains.
Okay. So what caused that transition?
I just like to move around. I came back from Europe in 2019, and I moved to North Carolina because I wanted to be in the mountains. Stayed there for 2 years, and I had a chance to come up here, so I came up here in Ohio, something new. I'll probably stay here a year and go somewhere else.
It seems like you're hitting the gym, man. Like, are you trying to is that for the videos or for the ladies?
It's for one of these rappers want to come talk shit. I'm sick of it. It's for when one of these internet dudes see me in real life. I'm gonna see if they really want to talk. But nah, I like to be healthy. I've been fat. I was a marshmallow my whole life. So once I started exercising, it was killing my depression, and I was seeing change in my body. It's like addictive. Now I can't stop.
Okay. All right, now that's the second time you mentioned depression. Let's talk a little bit about the depression. Number one, depression is real. Speak to the people who might be dealing with forms of depression. What are some of the things that has helped you along the way other than exercising? And what are some of the things that you also see yourself in the future remedying some of your mental health situations or depression?
I mean, I guess it's different for everyone. Getting back into music was one for me. The gym was really the main thing, really. Good friends, which them are hard to come by, but I got like 2 or 3, real good friends. Family.
Green.
Goals, yeah, weed. Quit smoking cigarettes.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's different for everybody. But for me, it was definitely friends, family, gym.
Okay. All right, you got a brand new record about to drop. Let's talk about it.
Oh, yeah. I can play it for you a little bit if you want to get a little taste of it.
No, you're going to get me struck. You're going to get our channel struck. No. Tell us about it. That way we'll drop the link and we can make the people check it out.
There you go. All right, well, it's called Know That. It's produced by Eternal Beats, of course. It's just back to that raw shit, it's no politics, nothing, just raw rap. It reminds me of some old Outkast, UGK, Dirty South, but lyrical stuff. I hit at normal speed and double time. The beat's kind of commercial sound, but it's still really raw, dark. You'll see. It's one of my favorites that I've done lately. Every song I do now, it keeps getting better and better, in my opinion.
What's the concept of the video?
Well, man, I had a dope concept, but it just didn't work out. So basically, this is just me in a dark room with dope lights, with a bunch of B-roll. The video is going to be nice and dope, but the song is dope enough to where the simplicity is going to be fine with the video.
Okay.
But I haven't seen the video yet. I'm waiting, like another day or two, I'll see it. But the guy who's making it, I got faith in him. He's dope.
No twerker?
But, no twerker?
No twerk. Ain't got nobody twerking on the lap?
Nah, that's the thing. I wanted to get a girl in it, but none was up to par, so. I mean, I had a whole plan and everything. There was one girl that would have, if she would have came, but she couldn't come, and nobody, just bullshit. Everybody had an excuse. But, they're going to see the video, and when it hits 300,000, they're going to wish they were in it. And then when it hits 1 million, they're going to start calling me.
Okay, no doubt. All right, now I've seen some nice lit pictures on your Instagram where you have like this rebel flag jacket on. Is that like some BTS stuff from the video?
BTS? Oh,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's all from the video. Yeah.
Yeah, because that lighting looked dope. Look, man, how much, when it comes to people looking at Lord Lhus on social media and meeting you in real life, what's the correlation? Like, how much is that really you? Because, you post a lot of things that catch people's attention. Like, you have a video that you post, and it's a repost of the guy coming through with the gun, and the other guy's on the crutch with the girl twerking. I seen you posted some stuff from one of my favorite battle rappers, Daylight. Like, you definitely go grab different things and repost. Like, what does that say about your sense of humor or the type of person you are?
That's just me. You know, I don't take anything too serious. And Facebook, I probably should. You know, social media altogether, I probably should take a little more serious and be more of an artist. But I've been doing this shit so long, I just don't care. So I post whatever I want. I don't hide nothing. If you see me on social media, is me in real life. There's no difference at all. That's just how I am. I don't know. I have no filter.
Because I've seen you post where like you on a date. Like, I'll be watching you, man. Like,
I hope it's entertaining.
Yeah. I come back, it's entertaining.
Yeah, that's all I want, man. You know, I like the spotlight. I like the attention. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Ain't no reason to lie about it. And plus, it's just fun to see what people think about everything. And TikTok, I be on there all the time, man. I see some funny shit on there. That's where I get a lot of videos, like that one with the guy with the crutch, and that shit was funny as hell.
I probably watched that thing 13 times on your like the guy just coming through with the gun. I'm like, what the?
The slow motion.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, in the future, number one, do you plan on getting remarried?
Hell no. Never. I ain't even gonna date anymore.
What?
Well, I mean, I guess I have to date.
I was like, what do you mean you ain't gonna date?
Ain't nothing gonna be serious. I ain't gonna have a girlfriend and wife or nothing.
Never?
Nah, man. I'm done. It's just trouble.
Never?
Well, I'm still gonna get laid.
I ain't that. Yeah, of course. But
I mean, so yeah, never. I don't.
As you get older, you don't want to have a somebody you lay it down with every night.
Yeah, nah. You know, just to be real right now, my ex, I was truly in love with, and I don't think I'm ever gonna feel that again. So, fuck it.
Gotcha. Well, when can people expect the song and the video?
I'm dropping it on the 11th.
Okay.
It's uploaded now. I'm waiting for the publishing to go through with the song and all that. The video, day or two, I'm gonna have.
Okay. Now, let the people know, because I've mentioned your social media. Let the people know where to find you all the way across the board when it comes to social media.
All right. I'm on Instagram at LhusRaps, LHUSRAPS. And my first Instagram got deleted, so I ain't got no followers no more. I used to have thousands. So go follow me there, Instagram. I post a bunch of bullshit. Facebook, my personal page, Brandon Frick, that's me. Lord Lhus, my artist page, go follow that. I'm on Getter too. These alt social media pages, man. Getter, Parlor, just at Lord Lhus.
I've never heard of any of those.
Yeah, because they don't, you don't hear about them because they speak the truth on them. So the big tech, it's all on Facebook, Instagram, Google, all these, it's all owned by the same people. Because everything that influences us is owned by the same people. And they ain't going to promote anything where people are thinking for themselves because that fucks up the narrative.
Right.
So you don't hear about these, but they're there.
All right. Before I let you go, out of all your projects that you have streaming right now, if you had a wish for a person to check out one of your projects, what would it be? Your most proudest work?
I don't know, either my last one or the self-titled Lord Lhus album.
Okay.
Probably that one, the Lord Lhus album.
Okay. All right. Did we cover everything? Is there anything that we left out that you would like the people to know?
I don't know. You tell me. Not racist.
Hey, tell them that. Say it again. Say it again.
Not racist.
Right. And you know what? And again, and I stand by, I have never seen anything that you posted that made me say, I don't rock with this guy.
You won't.
I mean, and a lot of times I think people, it's easy to call a person of a different color racist. I think it's just easy. You racist.
It's mostly white people that call me racist. But yeah, on Facebook, you know, sometimes, but mostly white people, man.
I mean, but I never, and a lot of times when people have a different opinion, we got to put it, they got to put a tag on you. You something. You're a normal, you something. The easiest thing, you racist. So, and me, I like to get to the character of people. That's what matters to me. Like I tell people all the time, I'm of the human race, and I like logical people. So if you're not a logical person, I don't think no matter what color you are, I'm rocking with you. So that's myself personally. Sir, I definitely appreciate your time. Tell them again the name of that single.
Know That drops 2/11/22.
Okay, Know That. Man,
oh yeah, check them out, Lord. I forgot to mention the social media is YouTube, of course. YouTube.com/Lord Lhus, LORDLHUS.
All right, my guy. I definitely appreciate your time. I see the room did lighten up, and I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I thought it was a scene from Scream. I was expecting Ghostface to come behind you because the lights just went dark.
Nah, it got dark here. I'm in front of the window, and it got dark, so it's nighttime now.
Okay. All right, my G. Again, I appreciate your time. I'm very humbled that you came on the show.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I love your show, man. It's very entertaining, man.
Look, and you know what? And I apologize because you should have been in the Lyricist of the Year category, and I don't know how in the hell.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I watched that, and I was hoping.
I was like, God damn, man.
I was hoping. I was watching it.
But next year, I can guarantee you'll be there.
If I earn it. No.
No, but you're dope in general. Like, you know, like even when I listen to A, I can hear the lyricism in it, even though the hook was simple. Like I can tell you weren't just a ABCD rapper.
Now I was trying to dumb it down. I'm still trying to dumb it down a little bit, just because, you know, if you listen to my old stuff, people don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. I got songs that's just metaphors everywhere. Go listen to Essentials, Lust Bars when you got some time.
This is what I want to hear from you. There has to be a song in there because you said you were in love and it didn't work out. I'm waiting for that record.
That song's out. It's called Gabriella Bella.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out as soon as I hit this stop button.
You should. I can't even listen to it, so you go enjoy it, huh?
All right. What is it called?
Gabriella Bella. I'll send you the link.
All right, send me the link. I want to check that out. Do you mind me playing it on my stream?
Nah, man, please play any of my music, man. But that ain't, you know. Yeah, you can play it, but that's not one of my bangers. You know, that's just some real shit.
Okay. All right, my G. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right, peace.
Later.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's the guy. That's the boy, Lord Lhus. Definitely appreciate him coming through, hanging out with the Country Rap Report. Get well to my guy Spank. Again, y'all, countryrapreport.com. Y'all make sure y'all check in with us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. for those premieres. Shout out to Heather. It's your boy VicXL, Country Rap Report. Peace.